Boom.
All right, so the first thing let's go over real quick is on Monday, this is going to be the first week of delivering this information to the team. So we've got the week 1 stuff in the employee course that we'll just be sharing, and we kind of need to work out flow of what that's going to look like. Are we intending on everybody participating in that, or are people going to sign up for certain weeks to deliver information, or a couple people a week? How do we want this format to roll?
We're all like,
I know.
I always think that when too many people talk in a meeting, it gets too much. So like limiting it would be great. I don't think that one person alone should have to do it.
I agree.
Yep.
And I think when you have, 2 or so, it just adds extra elements that we all think differently. We all have different skill sets that we're all working on, and different stories through the journey that really, I think, can help impact others as well. And in my mind too, if there was something that, came up that was just like this burning urge to share from any of us that aren't leading the whole thing that week, I think we just trust one another for that and just speak.
If it burns, you probably need penicillin.
Yeah. Oh, welcome to my
Leslie's
life.
PA, she knows.
Leslie got you. Yeah. The remaining,
All right, so is anybody opposed to then like 2 people doing it? Does that sound good to
That's-
everybody?
that's good.
Okay, so this coming Monday, it's going to be kind of the intro, setting expectations, going through, that week 1 stuff that we went through. Does anybody have a burning desire to start week 1?
I thought, Sean, you said that we would be launching that off. I think it would be
We
great
can.
if other people too. But then, you can kind of explain again, like you did last week, the purpose of it and what, everybody's really going to be benefiting from. I don't know if everybody else wants to just add it in that day since it's the launch day of it. But you're so good at the full vision of it all and the purpose behind it. I think that would be awesome.
Okay.
I agree. I think it'll be really cool hearing from you two, like why you did it, what your vision is for it, just kind of casting the vision for the next weeks ahead. You guys starting it off.
Yep. All right. And then do we want to just on a week by week basis go through the next stuff, or do we want?
Sean probably isn't aware because he's been traveling, but I did get the spreadsheet in that text group, or in our messenger group that shows every week in there with the topic. It's in the messenger group in a doc form or in a whatever spreadsheet.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. So I put the schedule in there. So everybody can look in there and start taking topics and working. I don't know if you want to work on that right now, but that just so you know that that's in there. He's been traveling, so.
Okay, yeah, no, as long as that's out there and people are, if we can get 2 names to at least the first couple weeks so that we have an idea of who's doing what, and then you can prepare and just make sure that, you're feeling confident and competent in translating the information in a 30-minute time frame. Cool.
Yeah, I said I would do the first one because I just feel like it'd be good for me to do it. If anyone would like to team up with me on belief and visualization.
Yep. Amy was raising her hand, muted.
I can do that.
Right, Amy.
Hoorah!
Cool. All right, so we got the spreadsheet, so just start filling that in and we'll be good to go.
All right, love you.
And then we just got to be,
Bye, sweeties. Hold on real quick, sorry.
we just got to be world-class promoters on this, because we don't want people coming in at week 3 being like, oh, this sounds like a really good idea I didn't know about. So let's just like scream it from the rooftops as soon as Elite Academy is over, that, in 48 hours, we're rolling into this 15-week course. Get as many people as we can. like 50 people on there is too little. We need 150 people on there.
I agree. Yeah,
Well,
and I'm sorry, I'm kind of lying low for a minute, but I'm trying to regroup for this 30-day social media slay. So I'm a little overwhelmed, not overwhelmed, but I've got a little bit on my plate. So I'm probably going to pick up a little later in the game here.
Okay. All right. So week 3 is what we're on, right? You want to
Yes,
start, Michelle, with well, I guess somebody said that they have to jump off.
at noon. So Leslie, yeah, I can do Susie's at the end.
All yours. The floor is yours, then, Leslie Howell.
Oh Lord, this whole process, I know why Michelle was like, when she was talking about when you all first started doing this, your PPFs, like I really had to just stop and sit back for a bit because I could, like, going through the SMART goals part of it and just trying to hammer it out. It's like grueling. Like, how do you
Yeah.
describe if it's relevant or not? I mean, I'm really like, I'm struggling with it a little bit, but do you want me to just go through a couple of these with you, Sean?
Sure.
Can
Or
I
you-
say something really, really quick to that? One thing that we
Yes.
learned through Tony Robbins and through just the journey, and I was even talking to a girlfriend about it yesterday, because she was like just trying to simplify life and goals and joy in her heart. And one of the things that I said was brain dump. Just put on the music like, you know, you did, Tanya, and I put on mine too, and just brain dump, like close your eyes. What are the things that brings your heart joy? If it's a clean refrigerator, if it's, you know, somebody there cutting your fruits and, you know, if it's, you know, having a jet, if it's being able to take your family on a trip and pay, you know, all these things, just like start dreaming. And I know sometimes we get a block. I get them too. And then sometimes I have to go and search. Like the other day, I went into my Tony Robbins group and I just wrote word dream. And I started just looking to be like, okay, what other things are out there? And I'm like, oh yeah. And it's kind of like the memory jogger, you know, when you're databasing and doing things. Sometimes if you see something, then it'll just open up another area. And more importantly is just don't judge what comes to you. Don't judge if it costs too much. Don't judge if it's too big. Don't judge if it's whatever. It's there for a reason, and just let it flow.
Yeah. So I've tried to do that, and I was working on it last week, and I kind of was just getting these mental blocks, and I was like, this is just so overwhelming. Like I had to just walk away from it. And it's been a really busy week, so I really haven't completed all of my first 3 of, I mean, I went through most of it, but there's still blanks here and there. But you know, one of my personal goals that for this year, the to finish out the year, was just to make fitness a priority in my life. And I have kind of gotten off track with that. I really don't like to work out. I never have liked to work out, but I've also gotten off track with my diet. I've packed on a little bit of weight and I just don't feel good. Like I'm having joint pain. There's some things that have been going on. I had a flare up of my ovarian cyst this week. So I am happy to say that as soon as I got started on this week, I have gotten back on my diet and I have stuck to it hardcore. So I had aspirations to try to work out, but with corporate coming this week and everything that's been going on, I've just tried to give myself a little bit of grace because it's just insane right now. I've did 3 or 4 Zooms this week for different teams, and I'm still trying to get the aesthetics practice up and running. I've been to Roanoke twice this week. That's a 2-hour drive each way. So it's just been insane. So giving myself grace on that. One of my my first professional goal is to promote to Pro 7 by December 31st, 2021. I tried to be as specific as I could. I had mentioned that I was going to be more intentional about sharing the business with others. I do have a goal to try to enroll 4 to 5 a month into the business with me. So I was thinking about this event that we're having Saturday here and how I could work that in. And so I actually have about 4 people coming that are interested in the business that are going to look at it. Some of my team members are also inviting potential customers. We have a full spread here. We're going to barbecue. We're going to have everything that people can taste. I've got every flavor of Axio. We've got wellness, everything's going to be out for everybody to just enjoy and just see how amazing this company is. So, and I think when people see that and we kind of advertise some of that on social media, that's going to create a buzz as well. So doing that, I am also going to make my own personal 2 to 3 minute video that I'm going to upload to YouTube that I can share with people personally, about my take about the business, that I can just share over rather than just sharing some random corporate video. Let them hear it from me. And that way I can say, okay, what questions do you have about the video? Or, can we set up a meeting and those types of things. So I'm going to get that into place very, very soon. Timely, my due date was today, so I'm already putting some of that into action in the last week, trying to get things rolling and moving. And I just reached out to Taylor about somebody for the red carpet program as well. I've been trying to get that set up, and I have hey Bill, I have a couple people, a couple of people that are
what up, buddy?
He's outside working like a little beast. Unrolling rugs and hanging up fans and the things. So that's my plan for Pro 7, and I'm just going to try to help my team just really get their goals. I can hit Pro 7 if I help them get to their goals, and I understand that. And so we've already put into place a weekly Zoom with my team as well, and whoever shows up, and so that's a professional goal. And real quick, a financial goal. So Bill and I are working really hard to pay off credit card debt. I am happy to say that we're down to 1 credit card and we're chipping away at it quickly. And I think before even the end of the year, we will have that paid off. So it's absolutely attainable. I'm trying to be more intentional with where I put my money. And I wrote, this is relevant because then as we get out of debt, I can quit my full-time PA job, and then that'll open up more time for me to work my LV business on a regular basis. So we've already been in progress of doing this for a couple months, but I wrote down, I need to talk to Bill about what a reasonable amount that we can pay off each month and get it done within a timely fashion. So I have all that measured out. That's just a couple of mine. It's a lot.
I like it. Yeah. And keep thinking about it, and don't, shove this in the drawer and then it disappears. So definitely keep adding to it, changing it, getting as specific as possible. Tell me again what you said about workouts.
I don't like, here's the thing, I'm going to rephrase that because I know what I said.
Thank you.
Getting started is hard. But once I get started, I actually enjoy it. And I actually enjoy the endorphins. When I was studying for my PA boards 18 years ago, I was running 4 miles twice a day. And I really enjoyed it. And I would come home and do a core workout. I was on a full low carb diet at that time, which was nuts. But I felt amazing. And I think it's just, for me, it's just something that it feels like a chore just getting started with it. So I've been paying for a gym membership for a while, and it's very close to my house. It's a 24-hour gym. So there really are no excuses. It's just about carving out the time, maybe getting up earlier, or maybe going in, right after work before I get home. So I'm going to work it out.
Perfect. And I think your mind likes that way of saying it than saying, I don't like anything about working out.
Yeah. For me, it's more or less just getting started is hard. And, it's just getting motivated to get going. And I tell myself I don't have the time, but I do have the time. I will find the time to do it because it's important. And I'm gonna get emotional. So for me, it's very important for me to take care of my health because I have no children of my own. My husband is 13 years older than me, and my parents, I'm not very close to my brother, and I work in a nursing home, and I'm like, this could be me. So I have to make sure that I'm in optimal health so that I can take care of myself. And at least know that I do my part, regardless of what happens with my health, that I've done everything that I can to prevent myself from having to go there.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And keep that second part of what you said, that you actually love once you're doing it, the endorphin rush and what it feels like and the healthy aspect.
And the outcome in mind. And I can't stress it enough. I mean, I've got keep my specific, I'm obsessed right now with these goals and just continuing to find, and like, shame on me. Like my first ones that I had were so like they were good, but they weren't specific. Yep. So like working out, I'm going to work out X amount of days, like, so as you're going through this, through the weeks and, the days, keep looking at those and say, how specific am I really? And keep doing that. I mean, that's what I'm personally working on as well.
Well, and I have plans too, that once I have to commit to myself to know that I'm going to get started, because I don't want to invest in a trainer if I'm not even going to commit to myself to get motivated on my
Totally.
own. And then
Right.
once I'm able to do that, I've already looked at, there's a couple of places in place that create really healthy meals. And I want to support local people. So I'm going to enlist a lady here to make meals for me twice a week, just so that frees up time for me to be able to do the things that are more important than cooking. I just don't have the time to do all of that. I've got to delegate.
And then the next thing will make it time specific. When are you starting? And all of that.
Yeah, I've already
Cool.
started on the diet part. I'm actually going to reach out to Angela this week and go ahead and line out the days that I'm going to go ahead and pick up food from her, because I can just pick it up on the way home, and then we can eat and go to the gym. And that's one less thing that I have to worry about. And we don't have to worry about
Perfect.
going out so much.
Love
It's
it,
just
love it.
paleo and all this cool stuff.
Amazing.
All right, Pro 7, December 31st. Let me ask you a question. Would it be better to hit Pro 7 on December 30th or December 31st?
The 30th.
Okay, well, let's change the date and throw that out to the universe so it's not on New Year's
Okay.
Eve.
I got it. I'm going to change it on the paper too.
Perfect. And then what I would do to get specific on that is really get each person that is currently in your organization where you want to get them goal wise. And then for new people coming in, what it's going to take. And then if you have, 10 people that are lined out, some of them have names to it. Some of them are going to be new people that you're bringing in, but then you can kind of work it backwards to the outside volume that you need to get the balance for Pro 7.
Sounds good. I'm going to let you help me map that out.
Will do.
Yes, and for me, and I don't know if you're the same, I'm guessing you are, is having it on a board somewhere with those names, what you exactly need from those areas. Yeah.
My whiteboard's right back
Then
there.
it's in your face all the time with those people.
And then
I've
the
been
last,
working on my office, so that's in the plans as well. I've got to get the whiteboard out.
love it. And then the last part with the financial part and the debt, I would really put pen to paper on exactly what you're going to commit to each month. And then that'll take you through a certain point, but then take it out another 6 months of what are you going to do with that snowballed money now that that debt's gone? Where's that going to go for the next 6 months following that? So start to get clear and concrete on, is it building up, savings for a short period of time? Is it saving for a trip that you guys have wanted to take, but you haven't taken because of the other responsibilities? But just extend it a little bit longer into the positive realm of that's gone. Now what's next?
Sounds good.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yay, Leslie. Those are some wins.
I love it.
I think so. I'm excited.
Tanya, Amy.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, fine. I'm nervous.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love you.
I wish I would have gone first. Leslie has to cry and then I get emotional. Ugh, I hate this stuff. I don't hate this stuff. I just hate my emotions.
I love this stuff.
Love this stuff. Okay. I mean, all over mine is Pro 8. Like it's everywhere. It's like in every section. Because I mean, I just want to feel ease. And I need more peace. And the one thing I don't like though is that with the goals and the Pro 8 and the income that I want to be making, I feel like it sometimes puts me in a place where I'm so focused on the money that my focus is off. But I know that enough to be in my head to like stop that, to not be so focused on the money, but yet it's such a stressor. But I did also map out, like I have the whole map of like, you know, what I need, who I need to help to get to Pro 8. I have then like targeted certain people on the team, and I've had Zooms with them about their goals for for the end of the year. And then the goal is to do weekly accountability meetings with them that focus on KPIs that are just giving your numbers, and that's it. And I let them know, like, it's going to really, really stretch you and it's going to make you really uncomfortable. But I feel like if they don't have that in place, then it's just going to be a meeting to talk about their goals, and then they're off wading in the water again and they're not accountable to it. So I feel like by me doing that with them, that helps me also then towards my goal for Pro 8. And then another big part of that for me too is doing things I don't like doing. Like I would rather like get on my bike or like work out on my own, but I need to go to workout classes. I want to start going to yoga classes. I need to go where people are so that I can continue to make relationships. And I think I need to also be like intuitive about the times that I go so that I can get the people, like the moms that I know are going at certain times because they're busy in other times, because those are the women I'm going to want to talk to, right? That probably want more in their life because they're busy and they have to work. So really being intentional with getting to classes and getting around people and getting out. And I too, it's hard for me not to judge myself when I do mine, because sometimes I feel like my goals are so small. Because I don't know. I mean, it's not a small goal.
What are you thinking specifically that's a small goal? Because Pro 8 isn't a small goal.
No. No. I don't know.
So
Sorry.
no,
I just have this fear
don't
that I'm
apologize.
never gonna get ahead. Like I'm always gonna be stuck in the same cycle.
Yep.
I hate it. Like I just want to feel like that it's easier and more peaceful. And it just never feels that way. Like I find myself in this place where if my girls need something or there's something extra that comes on the plate, all I think about is my budget. And like, shit, I have to add that to the budget. How am I going to make that work?
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. But so this is good. So it's good to write all of these down because it was exciting and I did feel it as I wrote them. Anyway, because
So
I'm talking.
Let's look back like 3 years. Let's not take anything that Kyle made into context here, but let's look at where you were and what you were bringing to the table 3 years ago. Is it different today than what it was 3 years ago?
Yes.
By a lot or a little?
By a lot.
Okay. So in the next 2 to 3 years, if it went another a lot up, how's that going to feel?
Good.
And will life look different and less stressful?
Yes. And
you'll have more ability on the financial freedom to make those decisions without worry, right?
Right.
So let's concentrate on this money block that you have. And I think some of it comes from probably our upbringing and things that we heard our parents say over and over and over again. Some of it stems from stuff that we've just ingrained into ourselves about, we're constantly worried about the bills coming in and how we're going to get them paid, things like that, and make that shift of, that there is an abundance of money out there. that you know what you're doing to attract it. You've got the processes in place to make that next jump forward. What is your specific time frame for hitting 8?
Well, I changed it to December 30th
Okay.
of this year.
Love it. Perfect.
Oh,
Mhm.
So then it's again, you've got already outlined the people that you need to help. So I would break that down even more of, okay, here's the stepping stones for them over the next 6 months to get them there, so that you can chunk it down into smaller bites for them as well. But I mean, that's doing what you're doing is going to get you where you want to get.
Yeah.
But don't self-sabotage it by that fear and concern of money being some sort of negative, that your focus is on that, or whatever it is. That's what I heard you saying at first was, if I put my focus on that, that isn't necessarily a good thing.
Mhm.
Well, the money aspect of it and having it or not having it isn't good or bad. It's what you want to do with it, right?
Mhm.
And I can't imagine that there was anything within the things that you want to do with it that had ill will or misintent, right?
Right.
So is money good or is it bad?
It's good.
It helps you achieve what you want to achieve.
Right.
so I'm going to be working on another vision board with these different goals. I'm not going to just have it written and whatever. I'm going to be working on, another dream board, if you will. And I don't know if that'll help you or not, Tanya, to maybe do that again, but not just write Pro-8 everywhere. Talk about, putting in there visualization of what, because you're a Pro-8, what is happening? Who has been impacted? What is life like in your home when you wake up in the morning and you don't have that debt? How does that feel? And maybe putting a picture there of the emotion behind what you feel. How does the food taste better? Everything tastes better, feels better when we don't have those stresses upon us, because we're always in our head with those stresses. So on that board, I just would recommend looking to see what that life is feeling like and looking like, and being in it now and totally feeling it. Because for me, when I'm in that fear mode, you can't go anywhere else. You're just there. And we know when we are thinking those things, those are the things that our body is attracting. And we also know health-wise, that is not good. Our cells know when we're stressed and are in fear mode, and that brings down our immune system. It impacts energy, which all of us that are here, we know that energy is real. And that energy also impacts not only ourselves, our children, our family, our teams. And so when we're just thinking, and being in that moment and just visualizing, as through all Tony's stuff, the outcome, but truly getting granular in the details of what it looks and feels like at that point. Putting in the personal, professional, financial, but then digging down those things for the emotional side of things.
Mhm.
Yoga. What's the time frame that you're going to start?
Next week on Monday. There's a class
you
I
go.
signed up for at the Y. Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. I love it. There you go. It's on the path, right?
On the
Now
path.
take a big deep breath.
I know. I'm
Breathe.
such a baby. Like, it's so embarrassing. I always cry over this flipping stuff. I hate it.
Hey, stop the self-talk like that. Just take a deep breath, blow it out. Have you done it yet? Breathe. There it is.
Okay.
We all need to do Wim Hof together.
I know, right? I did love this one sheet though that they gave us that was like the personal, professional, financial. And it had just little spots for this year, 3 years, and then the stretch. That I think was my favorite sheet, because it was just kind of a quick summary of what you wanted to have happen.
Yeah. Do you think at times with that money block that it did stem from stuff you were hearing from your house, or do you have an idea of where it's
No.
from? No.
No, I think it stems from our situation, honestly. Like I didn't have the issues until last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just always hold so much resentment, and I don't like that either. I need to let
Yeah.
go of that. I feel
Yeah.
like we're going to be playing on that court case until I die.
Yeah.
And I
Is
Yeah.
is there stuff that you're still dealing with from it besides Kyle can't do certain things?
no, just the payment of it
And how long do the payments go?
for a long time.
Like how
Like
long?
till, 2026, I want to say, unless we can do it sooner.
But 5 years, is that really, I mean, five years can seem to go by pretty quick as well too, so.
Yeah.
Just, I would reframe it in your mind that, okay, my current situation is this, but it's gonna be completely different, especially when I have a Pro 8 paycheck coming in. It's gonna seem like this is already evaporated. Like I'm able to absorb that and have the extra, or I'm able to snowball it and pay it off quicker. And now
Yeah.
it's 18 months, not 5 years,
Mhm.
you know?
I mean, that
Whatever's
Pro
gonna be
8
that.
check, Sean, approximately, what would that do?
Just the pool is 3,500 a month.
Mm.
Plus, if you're going up, let's say 80,000, and currently on 120,000, let's say you're making 10,000, it would probably go up another 3,000 to 4,000 easily just on volumes. Let's say 3,500 plus 3,500, it's $7,000 a month. And I'm just throwing out numbers, but it's roughly going to be something like that. If you're making currently 10, it's going to be roughly 17 between the volume and the bonus pool. 17 make you smile.
And how
Mhm.
powerful is that?
Mhm.
And really think towards what is going to make you run for it, Tanya. Not just to get to Pro 8, but emotionally, like my friend Lauren Lahav, the I Am Cards girl. Why did she get into her company that she works for is Juice Plus? Why did she get into Juice Plus? Because they had health insurance and different things of that sort. So if she reached a certain rank in the company, she could get health insurance for her children, and she was a single mom and she needed the flexibility. She couldn't do the 9-to-5 job. She couldn't do this and that. She's a single mom, but she needed insurance. So her only purpose to get that rank was to have health insurance for her family. So find something, and maybe that's it. If that's the thing that you're thinking of all the time, like whatever the driver is going to be to make you be obsessed, not just working towards, but literally being obsessed with getting there, make that it. Like your why and all that, your why can be that right now. Why am I freaking doing this? Because I need to pay, I want to pay this off. I want this out of my life. This is not defining us. This is old. We are creating this, and then you have the abundance of how you feel when you wake up in the morning. You've got to just get really, really clear with that, but see yourself there and feel it. But find the driver where you become just freaking obsessed in a positive way, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, 7,000 extra a month.
Mhm.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Will that help you? I wrote down ease and peace for you. Would that give you
Mhm.
more ease and peace?
Mhm. Yes.
Here, you want to see her smile again?
Yeah.
Do you know what 7,000 extra a month is in a year? $84,000.
We work in a profession that you can do that. What a blessing.
Right.
And that
What
puts
an
it
unbelievable blessing.
on a yearly pay of over 200,000.
Mhm.
Pretty sweet. All right. Good.
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 Well, shoot, my goal was to just get to 80,000 in a year.
Perfect. You're in a different chapter than Tanya, Amy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So it's not a shoot. Is that going to make a difference?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just, so that's just perspective.
Yep.
So yeah, the sheet for the personal, professional, financial, I was kind of giggling when Tanya said it was just a simple summary, because one of mine is so small I can't hardly read it. Because I was just writing a
quick, while
ton.
you're trying to read small stuff, I want to just paint a little bit of perspective to what you said, because this has been an ongoing conversation between us and Tanya and Kyle for almost a decade. And I remember specifically sitting around a fire at our house talking about increasing her paycheck a couple $1,000s and what that difference would make in their life and their family's life. And then the next conversation wasn't a couple thousand, it was 4,000 or 5,000, and then going from 4,000 or 5,000 to 7,000, 8,000 to, where it is today. So it definitely has been an evolving conversation that we've had for years and years and years.
So I cannot help but think when I listen to that, which is awesome because you're making it happen and you're always getting to your goals. Will there ever be peace though? For me, I'm going back to what I've studied in the word, and where I've struggled with peace and wanting to get to that next place because I felt like peace would be there. God was telling me peace won't come until you allow me to come now. And I will fill in that for you as you reach that next goal. And I just was also thinking about the most powerful women in network marketing. I don't remember who said it, but it stuck with me so hard. What is one thing that you wish somebody had told you on your journey? And she said, I wish they had told me that when you got to the top, there was nothing waiting for you there. And because she had this idea that when I get to this, then I will have it all. But it's having that fulfillment in the journey, in the process of getting to your next goal, and letting God fulfill you in that process, that is really what it's all about.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great perspective and insight on it. And there's certain things that are going to be thrown at you in our paths in life that some stuff we have no control over, that really, really put us in a different spot than if it wouldn't have happened, right?
Right.
We're humans, life is messy. There's going to be stuff unexpected that comes up. But I can tell you with our journey specifically, the things that have granted me the most peace, going back even 5, 6, 7 years ago, we didn't work in the month of June for probably 4 years. That was our month that when the girls were out of school, we were taking a Disney vacation for 2 weeks. Then after that, we were going to South Africa and Iceland and all of these places. And to me, being in the financial position and the time freedom position to do that with my kids at a point in time when my kids could actually do it, because now at 16 and 14, we can't take a month off. Their schedules are so crazy, we can't do that. And so for me, that was that piece of, I'm not where I want to be at yet, but being able to do this is pretty sweet. And our business was growing while we were gone. So I think it goes back to, again, celebrating each chapter that we're in and the blessings that brings and being appreciative of it.
Yeah.
What's up?
So my filling out my one goal for each category and getting smart with them, it's kind of messy. Like everybody's kind of said, I've never really sat and written this out to this extent. And it's so messy and it's so almost elementary. As I'm writing it, I'm like, oh, I really need to work on this. This is crazy. The personal, just focusing on one personal goal, completing my Bible reading plan by the end of the year, by the end of 2021, and reading through the whole Bible, daily being in prayer, beginning my day this way before I do anything else. I've already started that, but this past month, I've really dropped off, and it's become more of I kind of slip back into, I'm opening my Bible app, getting it done and moving on, instead of really being intentional with it. And so starting today, yeah, it was today, getting more intentional with it. Because that that is where I want my days to begin. Like, that's where I want to start. Otherwise, I won't have peace through my day and I won't have achievement like the way that I want it. So yeah, I want to complete my whole Bible plan. I think I'm in Psalms right now, so I got a good, ways to go. And then
Can you put time frames to that though?
so I'm in an app, it's called F260, and it's like reading through the whole Bible in a year.
Okay,
And I'm technically behind. So yeah, I need to catch up. I need to start doing a couple of, or probably 3 of the daily things a day
okay.
to catch back up. And so,
What time do your kids go to bed?
oh, in the summer, they've been going to bed really late.
What time do you go to bed?
Well, I just told Grant last night I need to start going to bed before 10 because my sleep is an issue. Like,
Yeah.
My desire for a long, sleep has always been a thing for me, and getting up early has always been a struggle. And I'm scared to write that down as a goal because I've done that many times before. And I've tried to get up early to read. I don't know what you're asking, but
No, I'm just trying to find time and, a half an hour here or there that if you can, pump out an extra half an hour to speed up that process of getting through that. Does that help?
I'm confident that I can do it in my morning time, that I
Yep.
can complete it in my morning time.
Perfect.
The thing with me is if I have to keep things so simple and concrete. Like if I try to fit like this in at another time, then it creates kind of like a chaos in my brain and it just is all off. And I know like if I can set this one time, this is my one time for this, and I can focus on getting that done, I'll get it done.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, I'm confident that I can get this done.
And I would just encourage you, to have whatever time that is, but then maybe there's 15 minutes somewhere else in the day. 15 minutes isn't a lot. And maybe it's, right after you get done with lunch stuff, or maybe it is that last 15 minutes before you go to bed at 10 o'clock. It's 9:45 to 10 o'clock. I'm shutting my brain down with just 15 extra minutes of the app.
That's good too.
And there's power in that too, of that being the last thing in your subconscious as you go to bed and wind down your brain. But just ideas for you.
I like that idea maybe I'll add ending my day with writing my prayers down, because I had written to use my prayer journal, but that's what I would like to do. I like that, because then I can open that up and work through it and then write as well.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I'm like in a vegetative state when I wake up in the mornings. I swear, like Protandim has helped me so much in like waking up better and like staying awake through the day, because I used to be a chronic napper and I don't do that anymore. But man, it's still like at some point in my life, I'm going to start getting up earlier.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I like my sleep, and my schedule now is like midnight is my bedtime. And I've struggled with that. Michelle hears me every night talk about it.
Oh,
but it ends up at midnight every night.
It's a struggle. Then what time do you get up?
I would say we've been getting up at what, 7:30ish?
Well, that's not bad.
7.5 hours.
Oh, no, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, professional goal, Pro 7, 100,000 in sales in 1 month, having with 3 Pro 5s and 1 Pro 6.
Nice.
Enrolling 5 distributors before this. Okay, so everybody wrote December. I had it on my vision board by next June.
Okay.
I would love for it to be by the end of December in this year, because my vision board was written 2 years ago June 2019 Pro 7. And I was like, well, now it's going to be June 2020 and or 2020, whatever. It was 2020, 2021. So we passed June and now I'm like, well, June 2022. It's going to happen before June.
So I hear your mind interrupting your heart. What's your gut tell you is the time?
Ugh. Well, that's what I've been setting in front of me is June. Like it really is ingrained in me. I want to have it before then though. My brain is trying to figure out, okay, how? Like,
Right.
I know I want this. And so I'm also listening. I've been plugging into The Secret and listening to it. And it's really challenging me in a lot of good ways. So anyway, I would like to enroll at least one new frontline distributor each month. And that for me is a lot because I have not been the biggest enroller. I'm just more of the biggest dive down deeper. So I want to help enroll at least one a month, launching them right away and helping get that pace setter. I want to start enrolling pace setters. Like that's what I've enrolled people who are just happy with the product, but not pace setters yet. And I want to start attracting that.
Yep. Pace setter. Let me ask you really quick to interrupt this flow. And I'm sorry to do this, but I think it's an important conversation to have. Have you heard anything around pace setter?
I thought I saw something that I saw in an email that June was the last month for it.
Correct.
So it's done?
Yes.
Okay.
And my understanding is that it hasn't been communicated well.
Mm-mm.
And we need to let people know. Again, like Michelle said, it's a good thing though. It's part of the permanent replacement of the 5 for 500 pool.
If we want 5 for 5, we get rid of pace setter. If we don't want 5 for 5, if we want pace setter, we can't have 5 for 5.
Yep. And,
Okay,
and
I gotta
so
change that.
pace setter has been a small driver for a small portion of the company, but we want to get back to where everybody's trying to get 5 for 500. Like
Mhm.
that's got to be our
Yeah.
integral part of every single month is 5 for 5. How many shares you get? So just a heads up on that. Sorry to interrupt the flow on that, but as you
No,
said,
that's really, yeah, it was
alarms
one
were
of
going
those,
off in my head.
yeah. I saw that somewhere and I didn't have time to dive into that. I was like, what does that mean? I think I was
And
trying to close up the month.
And maybe that's a KPI for us as well too, is how many people in your organization are qualifying for 5 for 500. Like if you get that to start increasing month over month after month, your business is growing.
100%.
Yeah.
How
That's
many
true.
people hit pace setter? How many people hit 5 for 5?
Tanya, can you give her a rough idea when you started consistently hitting Pro 7, what the monthly amount was? Do you mind sharing that?
When I consistently started hitting it, I'd say it's the average was probably, I'd say 8,000.
Yep. Because I think that'll provide a little bit more clarity on, putting those financial goals attached to the professional goals. Because now you have a rough idea. Okay, now it went from, I don't know what it currently is, but X to roughly 8,000. And then you can start to say, okay, now having that 8,000, here's where that can be allocated.
And that was at the beginning, Tanya, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I'm at, one of my financial goals that I had written down was to get better at knowing my finances. Because right now it's not like headspace for me. And I want to get better at that. But the financial goal that I went through was to earn 81,000 in LifeVantage in the year.
That's
And
awesome.
I was at 80, but when I divided that into 12 months, it was like 6666 numbers. And I was like, I don't like that number. I was like, one.
Yeah.
So it came to like 67,000 or 6,700. Wow, where did I write that down? Doing any kind of numbers takes a lot of brain power for me.
So easy numbers at 7,000 a month, it's 84,000 a year. Those
There we
are
go.
clear, easy ones. So I just, if that number feels okay, I would
What-
bump it up to 7,
7,000 a month.
equates to 84,000 a year.
Okay. I had 6750. Okay. But okay, so by the end of the year, this is where it got kind of messy because I'm trying to like measure like where do I end 2021,
Yep.
but like within a whole 12-month period starting now,
Right.
where would I be by next July? Probably the most simple form of thinking about it though would be in that calendar year of 2022, I want to earn 84,000.
Yep.
But I still want to have a goal. I want to have it figured out to where I want to end this year.
Yeah.
Because last year I earned 60,000 and that was huge. Like that is like by far the most money I've ever earned in my life.
Nice.
Yeah, huge. Because I was in social work. You don't make a lot of money in that. And
What was the total again?
I think it was 60.
Nice.
My husband knows all the numbers.
So can I ask something?
Yes.
Going from 60 to 84, can you play bigger than that?
Yes.
Why
I mean,
not?
I'd love to get to 100 by the end of 2022.
Well, I like that number.
But that means I do have to hit Pro 7 by December.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Don't you're letting the how creep into
Yeah, I know.
the formulation of the goal. Let the how evolve. Like we're gonna have this massive run that's gonna generate out of what we're doing and pouring into other people. That there's gonna be stuff that is gonna be allowed to happen that we can't look at right now and necessarily understand that portion of it. So be a little bit more, I don't know, big in the vision of it and lift the lid. And why not go for 6 figures in 2022?
Okay. I wrote it down and I'm going to have to just.
And don't think of like Pro 7 as 10,000 or what. I mean, Pro 7 can be 20,000. I mean,
Right.
you've got business centers, you've got and grants positions. I mean,
Yep.
It's limitless. So once you hit that, it's not just the average earnings, right?
So I think I just put 2022 in the year of 2022, 110,000 because 100 just is too close to.
There you go.
It's too close
Huh?
to being under.
Perfect.
Okay, so then for this to have clarity for my brain, this financial goal number 1, financial goal for this year, when I'm writing this out, should I just be focusing on closing up this year?
What would you like to do?
I like closure to the year. And if
Okay.
I'm focusing on the next 12 months, that doesn't really have closure in my brain. And
Okay.
so
I get that.
The answer is yes.
So I'm going to change this up because I have earned 81,000 in LifeVantage in this year. I could do it. I think that I have to exponentially increase my money for the second half of the year because right now I'm like 40 some.
Okay.
Just shy of 5,000 a month, maybe 5,000 a month.
So I think it's totally possible. And then, pay attention like this weekend. Tara Wilson's going to be giving some killer ideas on stuff for social media and campaigns and programs. And just think, what would it do to my business if every single month I had some sort of concerted effort that's not only going to work within the framework of what we normally do, but I'm going to have some sort of accelerator process on there that I have a group of people that are all in pushing some sort of campaign, whether it's Axio or body care or skin care or a combination. Pay attention to what she says, because she's got some cool stuff. We've got Leslie that's going to be doing, her 30-day sleigh. So these hows are going to appear. Just put down right now what you want.
Okay.
Like, just think of if you even get 5 people in your organization that are going to really, really buy into this next 15 weeks of training, what that's going to do.
Right.
Like, if Jill alone buys into it, what she can do.
Oh, man. I want her project, her hen house done. And she doesn't realize she's made this amazing dream happen, and she has the mental block that she can't make it happen in LifeVantage.
Right. So that's,
Man.
we're gonna take what we're learning in here to pour into
Yeah.
her to change that.
Yep. And I've been slowly talking to other distributors too about that. So I'm excited. We have some good people coming this Saturday.
Awesome.
I'm trying really hard because and I told Grant, I said, Grant, this is our homework assignment. We need to sit down and talk about what we're doing, what our goal is for the rest of this year, what it's going to look like, what our responsibilities are in homeschooling our children. Like, how is this going to look? Because I will not be putting the amount of effort into this business that I am right now just to have it fall on its face again. I'm not going to let that happen.
Perfect.
And like, I know his heart is good, but we still don't have solidified stuff.
Yeah. So
And I'm writing big checks right now too, and I don't like it.
I think, are you guys on the same page with the vision of what this is leading to, and including like his dreams and his desires in it?
Yes, he's not at all in wanting to be involved in building. He's just very supportive right now, which is great. I'm saying on
the end result, the goal side of it, with you building it.
Yeah, I still don't think that he believes it can happen.
Well, don't worry about his belief or his unbelief.
Right.
See what he's wanting. Like, what in the next 5 years, like, what are you dreaming for? Like, if we could go out, and you guys love the outdoors and stuff like that, like, if you could walk into a boat dealership and pay cash for a boat that he wants.
He wants a boat so bad.
Okay, well, why did that pop into my head?
So his dream is to have a lake house. He's actively pursuing a lake house in Minnesota, and he wants a boat. I mean, this is his dream, and he has to know that, like, in order for that to happen, his job did just give him an $8,000 increase. Amazing. That's fantastic. Yep. However, yeah, I can give us, what is the number? A $90,000 increase. I can do that. I can do more in this business. And he has to know that my income, if you took my LifeVantage income, his dreams would fly out the window so fast.
Mm-hmm. So include him in the process.
Trying.
He doesn't have to be the builder. No, I'm not talking about actively building.
No, I know that. I know that.
Just assume that he's going to be your biggest cheerleader, and that you guys have this 3 to 5 year vision with his personal goals included in there, and what is possible. Yep.
And I'll just say, all through my life, I've had people say, it's crazy. They've been unsupportive. They've, just different things. Some of it's been unsaid, but knowing people very close to me. And while including him and doing all that, whatever, yes, but at the same time, there's power behind just proving everybody the freak wrong.
Well, that's part of my drive.
Yeah.
So we had he has these ups and downs of support and then just tearing me apart. Like that's the honest to God truth. And there's some real hard stuff in there. And
Right.
one of my drives in love is to blow his income out of the water.
Right.
I want to make more than him.
Right.
And that's a big pride thing for him that he still makes more than me.
Right.
And I want to make more than him. In love, I genuinely want to beat the crap out of his income.
Right.
So-
And then you can do that, and then you can pour into the joys of it. And then
Yes.
surprising with the boat, surprising with a sexy date somewhere,
Yes.
surprising with, somebody coming in and doing all the cooking stuff so you can focus on him. And the
Right.
kids, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I would just, again, this week it's just been like this light bulb thing, which shouldn't be a light bulb thing of, okay, I'm writing all this stuff down, but I'm such a visual person that I have to see it. So that's why I'm going to get my vision board out again. And I need to emotionally connect to it, and something that, at the very beginning of my journey with Life Vantage, I had my whys and there were, different things and whatnot, but I would literally wear certain things I would wear bracelets, a couple different bracelets that meant certain things. And I would literally just do this and I would be writing, feeling them. And it was that connection constantly. And it was the constant reminder. So, maybe have something that's on you, I don't know, or in the car, wherever, that just is we talk about this stuff in Life Vantage, but are we doing it all the time? I have to remind myself again to refresh and start all over with all the things, that were very clear, especially in the beginning.
Yep. Now you've got to do what Tanya has to do. Take a breath.
I was doing it for her too.
So I think one of the challenges with, all of this and the visualization and the belief aspect is we've been so trained that we have to understand how we get there before we believe it's possible to get there. And so our mind is constantly trying to say, well, wait, I don't know the steps. I don't know the process. You're going too fast for me to believe this. Stop it. And we have to knock that out to understand that everything that we're doing and we've been doing the last couple of weeks is going to provide the roadmap and the blueprint for delivering what we want.
And the thing is, we have to continue to remind ourselves this too, because even in that small scale achievement of, guys, I had 3 shares in the pool. I've never had 3 shares in the pool.
You do that.
Never. Granted, I did some mighty campaigning in that moment, but but I have just that's where I'm excited to do this belief with Tanya, because I saw this happen in 6 days and I had total clarity. When I start going through all of this stuff, I lose my clarity, but I know that if I keep working on it and honing in on it, it will come.
So if you accomplish that in 6 days, Amy, it's possible, right?
Yeah, but I went into a vegetative state for 3 days after that.
But let's look at the mindset though of if we truly front load our month and we put the energy and action over the course of 30 days, how much easier is it to deliver 3 shares than having to push it into 5 or 6 days?
Right. It's so good. I love it.
And listen tomorrow, or I don't even know what day it is anymore, ever.
Yeah, tomorrow's Elite.
Tomorrow's Elite Academy. Okay, so listen specifically to Bob and April Wagner.
Yep.
They're going to deliver information on keeping consistency throughout the month and really having a 30-day experience as opposed to this closed-circuited mad dash. So see if there's value in what they're talking about there.
Did you get that last ticket assigned?
No, I have one more. I'm transferring one right now to somebody for Anna Merrill, but I would have one more.
I'm gonna have the conversation with somebody after this.
Yeah,
She's
let me
not
know.
a distributor yet, though.
Perfect. That's what
Is
we
that-
want.
That's even
Oh, okay.
better.
That's even better. We want
Like,
guests to have them.
Get a true commitment. Say like, these tickets are gold. Like
Yeah,
I really want to deliver it to you. I want to gift this to you, but give me the commitment that
You're gonna
you're gonna
watch it.
take advantage of it.
yeah,
Yeah, just let me know. Shoot me a text.
okay.
All right, I think I'm gonna head over to the studios.
Yep.
Anything else?
We're a little over time, I know. Sorry, guys, but it's so important.
We're feeling good about Monday.
So again, I think every day, you guys, I'm sure you're doing it, but I would, if you have to time block some of this stuff, I would time block some time for this stuff every day. Even if you think you have your homework done, the homework within this is ongoing as we're all learning, and it's in a big way. And so just going back and then reflecting, and things are going to be coming to you because we're thinking of this, because you're playing the music, because we're having these discussions, because somebody else said something and triggers something in you. It's you're going to be attracting new things, and it's going to be beautiful. And just open up that, think of Carrie's with grace and ease, right? I mean, all of it, it's just happening. It is done. It is just done. And so now we just go through it and we have fun with it. Like me, Michael, our account manager, he's going to go over his goals with me because I told him, I said, I'm still working through, and I showed him the stuff from, my Tony Robbins book, and the things that I had circled. The things that I didn't have circled didn't come, but the things that I had circled have all happened or are going to happen within the next month. I mean, it's just so cool. And so it was proof to me, again, when you write this crap down and when you put it up there, the last time I had vision board stuff, not everything, but a lot of the things, like super cool focused things, like going to Africa, just poof, randomly happened. That's a whole nother story, but it's just really, really crazy cool. So he's going to go through some of that. So just keep dreaming. And I know it's not easy, but put it into this is fun, this is exciting, instead of this is hard, this is confusing, I'm stuck. Like, change the wording of what an amazing opportunity. This is fun. I was looking at my Tony Robbins board that I did at Date with Destiny. My power virtues. I'm like, I am love, I'm playful, I'm courageous, I am faith and have gratitude, I am bold. So I took those and I'm like, I'm love, yes, I love love, but I'm playful. In everything, am I adding into the playful stuff? So with this, if that's a power virtue of yours, become playful with it and have fun with it and start dancing with it. All these different things, like truly dance, and then being courageous. Like these goals that you're doing, yes, like, I'm doing this and it's going to feel good. Like literally dance with it. Because dancing with stuff brings freedom. It opens up different areas, but you're being courageous. Like I kept looking at this yesterday while I was doing things. I'm like, I am freaking courageous. Heck yeah, my goals. I'm going to lift the lid even more. I'm going to lift the lid. Gratitude, I am bold. Like just getting out there and doing the do. So have fun with it. And don't make it be like, right? If you do, turn on some music and start dancing and just be obnoxious. But you guys, I would recommend start talking sooner than later, because you don't want it to be at the end of next week where you're trying to figure this stuff out. Maybe just do a little bit every day, or just start talking to each other how you're going to do it. And again, stories are so powerful. So a little, Amy, even a little bit of your story, why you're excited about even sharing and what happened. So anyway, I love you all. I love all my notes on each of you. I take it to heart, and can't wait to keep going through them. What do you think, Sean Poe? Sean, we are cheering for you. We feel you. We love you. The team has been doing shout outs on one person if you haven't seen.
Well, we'll see if I can make it through without being a crybaby. There's 3 stories I might struggle through. We'll see which one of them hits me hard.
You're gonna do great.
I love all the stories. All the stories are so impactful, and I know the people that are coming to watch need those stories. So
My time is supposed to be at 12:22 Mountain.
12:22 Mountain.
And I know when the Sheldon video is coming as well.
Oh,
I
yay!
am not
That's
telling
played
you when.
tomorrow?
I am not telling you when.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, I can't wait. Aw, yay!
That's so
That's
cool.
exciting.
Good
I'm gonna have to
stuff.
buy a bundle of tissue boxes for tomorrow.
Yes. So think back to that when we were sitting around the freaking fire that Sean was talking about, to now having the Jeep and the world to see. And because of your story, you are impacting them. No, that face, change it right now.
Oh, I'm just trying not to cry again. I know. Like,
All right, I love you.
All right,
That's so cool. Okay,
Bye.
okay, love you guys. Adios. Peace out.
love you. Go get him,
Love
John.
you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks, yo. Appreciate you guys.
Bye.